Hello. Hope you had a good New Year. Welcome to another video. Today it's going to be a chill one in the house, and I realized that I did not introduce myself, so I'm going to do that today while I'm going to make dinner. So if not anything, at least you'll get to see my version of paneer butter masala. So let's go. The first thing I like to do is prep and cut all the veggies. The worst part for me is cutting onions because I always end up crying and I hate doing that. And remember to wash your veggies. So for those who don't know me, I am Pooja and I am from Mangalore. So Englillodu Tulu Patirna Mangalore idyanne tara Kannada gottudi and Tulu like varpnu. And I moved a lot for my schooling. So I've lived in different places and I picked up different languages while I was there. And some of the other languages I picked up were Tamil. எங்க பாட்டி பிறந்து வளர்ந்ததெல்லாம் தமிழ்நாடு அண்ட் நாங்கள் அங்கே ஸ்கூலில் படித்ததுனால தமிழ் எழுதவும் வரும். A lot of the time we were growing up, we were in Tamil Nadu, so we did watch a lot of Tamil movies. Next we moved to a few of the places in Telangana and Andhra. అక్కడ ఉన్నప్పుడు తెలుగు రాలేదు, బట్ తర్వాత నెల్లూరు తర్వాత నేను కాలేజ్కి వెళ్ళాను చెన్నైలో. అక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఫుల్గా మా ఫ్రెండ్స్ అందరూ తెలుగు అనమాట. సో వాళ్ళతో మాట్లాడి తెలుగు వచ్చింది. అండ్ అన్ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్ థింగ్ ఏంటంటే యూకే వచ్చిన తర్వాత ఇక్కడ కూడా మా ఫ్రెండ్స్ అందరూ తెలుగు. సో నౌ ఇట్స్ ఆల్మోస్ట్ బికమ్ అ సెకండ్ లాంగ్వేజ్ ఫర్ మీ. It's so creepy because at times my inner monologue starts in Telugu, which is very weird because it was previously either in Tulu or in Hindi or in English. But that's how close it's gotten. And after that, we were also there in North for a while, so in Raipur and stuff. And Hindi तो obviously आती है because हम स्कूल में हिंदी पढ़ते थे और बहुत सारे movies वगैरह देखते थे. Some other languages I know. Malayalam kach ariyam. My mom was born and brought up in Kerala. She is Mangalorean and Tulu, but she was born there. I still have my cousins who live in Kerala. So Malayalam kach weak aanu, പക്ഷേ manage ചെയ്യാം. And again, I watch a lot of movies. So this is what I mean. It's so annoying. And if you're wondering, this is one of those short story long videos. So if not used to short story long kind of things, this one's not for you. I did get distracted talking because these are anyway going to go in the mixie, so I don't need to spend a lot of time chopping them properly. So I can chop them just enough so that it fries properly and then put them in the mixie. So what I did was, the first step, chop onions. Now that we have chopped the onions, I've set a pan here. I'm going to put some oil in and let it heat for a bit and then fry the onions, add tomatoes in, put them in the mixie and grind it to a paste. I'll show you as we go along. We'll continue with the story while I'm waiting for this to heat up. So after all my schooling and my college, where I did my bachelor's in civil engineering, I graduated during COVID, so I'm grateful that I finished all my classes before it all went online. I got the opportunity to go to the college to get my certificate as well, so no complaints at all. And I worked for a year in a company called Autodesk. It was not very related to civil engineering directly, but at least it was around it, so I was glad about that. After that, I decided I wanted to do a master's, which combined management and civil engineering. So I ended up in Bristol in UK to do my master's in infrastructure management. Now that's finished and I'm here working since the past 3.5 years in a city called Newport now, which is in Wales. The rest you are pretty much aware about. If not, go check out the other videos on the channel. I think the pan's hot enough now, so it's time to add the onions. We wait for them to fry. For an impatient person like me, this is the worst part, waiting for it to actually turn golden. But this is good though, I can show you things while you're waiting for it. So I did not think that through. I did not expect it to be this big. We're getting there. I've made some progress around there, but I highly doubt it's going to be done before the holidays finish. Food cooking ASMR. How is that? While that's turning golden, we are going to chop up tomatoes. I've gotten 2 regular sized tomatoes. In the past, I've used canned tomatoes as well. Some of them give a very good flavor. I don't have the canned ones now, so I'm using the fresh ones. Chop them again to any size you want because you're going to grind it and make a paste anyway, so it doesn't matter. Continuing the story, I've always had an interest in cooking, but I've not cooked full-fledged meals as I am now because my mom is an amazing chef and I never really had to do it while I was at home. Now that I'm living on my own, I've kind of started to enjoy it, but I have realized though that cooking is more fun when you don't have to do it but want to do it, and I can really sense myself enjoying it more when I'm doing it for fun rather than for need. The onions are ready, so let's add the tomatoes now. Before we let that cook, I like to add a bit of turmeric and red chili powder to give it some flavor. Like I said before, it's all based on judgment. You will probably find more accurate measurements online, so I recommend you to have a look if you're somebody who needs proper values. I feel like I am somebody who goes off like visual judgment. That seems to work so far, and who's it going to harm? It's just me who's going to taste it. But it's all added in. I'm going to close it and let it simmer for a bit so that the tomatoes start releasing oil. I'll show you once that's done, and that should then give us an idea if the tomatoes are actually cooked. A pro tip I got from one of my friends, that is, if you take some cashews, put it in hot water and then put it in the blender when you're grinding the thing into a paste, that will give the curry a creamy texture. I previously used to saute it in the pan with everything else, but this turned out way better than my method. So I'm going to take it in a cup and put hot water into it and let that sit for a while the tomatoes are cooking. One thing we can do while we are waiting for tomatoes to cook is to get the paneer ready. Now, there's a lot of ways in which you can do it. You can directly add the paneer to the mixture as well when it's cooking. I like to let it simmer in hot water with turmeric for a bit. I don't know, it gives it a nice yellow color and good texture, but it's a very me thing. Some people also shallow fry paneer and then add it in. The issue with that I've found is that the texture gets very rubberish and it does not turn out good. So I'm going with putting it in hot water. I think the mixture might be ready now. Let's have a look. Okay, you can see the oil starting to separate around here. A few more minutes and it should be ready. Here's the bowl in which I'm going to put paneer and add hot water. Let's get all the paneer in there first. I don't know if it's a me thing, but I like washing my fingers multiple times between things. Add some turmeric, very little, just for the color and for the flavor. A little bit of salt. Once that's done, you can add your hot water and let it sit for a bit. I'm not going to place this on the stove because this is already boiled water. But if you want, you can place it on the stove and get it to a boil just for a few minutes. It looks like this is done. So we're going to switch off the gas and transfer it to the blender. I have an Indian mixie, but if you have a blender, you can use that as well. Just make sure you cool it down properly before you actually start the blender. I'm going to transfer it to this and let it cool down properly. Save that pan so that once you have the paste, you can use the same one again to make the rest of the curry. Being the most patient person that I am, I'm going to use a bowl of cold water and dip the mixie in to cool down the mixture. Get some pieces in before it cools down. God, I was missing an edge piece and finally found it today. It is true what they say. If you are stressing about something, take a break for a while, come back later and you'll finally find it. Now I have to somehow make these two fit. It's almost ready and we'll give it a few more minutes to cool down properly. Until then, I'm going to chop another onion. Now this one is to go in the curry itself. I like to get onion pieces and I love onion flavor, but this is not mandatory, it's optional. I love sharing stories with people. I feel like that is why my social media presence has gone up as well, because when I was at home, I could tell stories to my mom or to my dad or my grandmom or whoever was there at home. Now that I live far away and there's nobody close by, and especially because of the time difference, I can't call them either. So the need to say stories to people has somehow gotten worse, which is why I feel like a lot of it is coming out on Instagram or on YouTube, which is not bad though, because it's almost become a virtual album which I can look back into. So no complaints. I do really wish that my people lived close by though. Now this time around, it's going to be visible, so I'm trying to make it as finely chopped as possible. But at the end of the day, it does not matter, because it's the taste we are after. Before grinding that, I'm going to get this pan back on the stove and add some butter in to saute the onions. Butter is going to give it a rich flavor. You can use oil as well. I like adding butter because paneer butter masala. I'm using the same pan like I said before, and I'm going to let that butter melt before adding the onions. The butter is all melted now, so let's add the onions in. Okay, I think this is cold enough, and my cold water in a bowl trick definitely works. Before we grind it, I'm going to add the cashews we soaked into it and blend it without any water. This is all done now. So, ta-da! This is what it should look like. You should have a thick, creamy paste. I'm going to add it to the pan again and let it combine with the onion and butter we have boiling by there. The thing with this is that you can add any vegetable you want. I'm going with paneer, but you can also add potatoes in, cauliflower. The base paste is the same. The onions are starting to turn brown now, and we can add our paste into it. If only you can smell this. This is another point where you top it off with the masalas you want and the spices, a little bit of coriander powder, and I'm going to add a little more chili powder because it smells sweet and I think I'll need a little more spice to balance it. So here we go. People often ask me about my spice tolerance, and I at times feel a bit ashamed because mine is very much in the lower band, and it's the same with my whole family, and even within my family I am towards the lower end. So yeah, it's not very good. While I'm waiting for this to cook, I'm going to put the naan in the oven. I don't have energy to make chapatis right now, so we're going to have to do with this. While this is cooking, I'm going to add a little bit of salt to this as well. We added salt to the paneer and not to the mixture itself. So I'm going to add a little bit more because, you know, the turmeric water we soaked the paneer in, I'm going to use that water to water this down. It'll already have a bit of salt, so be cautious while you're adding it. And add it according to how much salt you like in your food. And I was talking about this to somebody the other day, and it turns out people have different personalities when they talk in different languages. I don't know if it's true. I feel like some of the languages get out a more playful side or a more sarcastic side out in me, but overall it stays the same. I wanted to get some of your thoughts. So let me know if you've actually noticed the personality switch when you're switching languages. Time to add the paneer. Me and my sister have noticed this thing after moving to so many places. Even though we know a lot of languages and are exposed to different cultures, there's no one culture we actually feel like we belong to. For example, in Andhra, if you see, there is an emotion that goes with film actors, right? It's almost like the fanism runs in their blood, but we don't have that with any place, be it Andhra or Tamil Nadu. Like Rajini, Kamal is an emotion, but for us it's like, okay, they're great actors, we love watching them, but that's about it. There is no this is home kind of feeling. There's not a lot which happens for Tulu itself. Kannada is the language which I'm least in touch with, so that does not do anything for us. So it's a weird feeling. There's pros and cons for everything. It has gone in. We're just going to wait for everything to blend, and I am going to add a little bit more water. I like more runny texture, but if you like it to be like this, you can leave it here as well. Smells so good. I wish I could capture the smell as well, and more so because I want somebody to say it's good and give me some validation. The final step is some garnish. I'm using coriander leaves, and I love the flavor of coriander, so I'm going to go a bit extra. Also, a hack which I recently found out: storing coriander leaves wrapped in a wet tissue helps it stay fresh for longer. If you have any other tips which work better, please let me know. And finally, a little more butter. This would be the point where you add in a cream if you have some. One is ready as well. And here we go. You are not going to get a reaction video from me because I'm not very expressive and my dining table is not free at the moment, so I'm probably going to chill at the sofa and enjoy my meal. I've had a bit of a taste before it and it was good, so you can try it at home and let me know how it turns out. Thank you for watching a video. Like I warned you in the start, it was a bit of a short story long video, but there we go. Do try out the recipe. Let me know if you have any suggestions to make it better, because I'm a rookie trying out stuff, so please let me know if you have any suggestions. Also, the point of the intro was that you get a bit of a background about my journey, and if you have any specific requests or questions about what the next video should be, you can drop it down in the comments and I'll pick it up in the future. So that's it for this one. See you in another video soon. Thank you.